If you want to guarantee that you'll move on to the next round of your tech sales interview, then bring this interview answer to the interview and memorize it by heart. I've actually seen hiring managers, including myself, move people forward because of this response alone. That has helped Jonathan land a role in 32 days and Joseph land a role in 21 days, and neither of them had any experience in the field. That's what I use as well to land my job, and they're able to do so because they said this one answer in their interviews. So by the end of this video, I'm going to break down how to structure this for yourself, maybe tell you too, how to structure it for yourself and why it works so you can bring this to your next role and not just recite from a piece of paper, but say it with your chest and get that offer. The question that decides if you will move forward to the next round usually sounds like, why should we hire you? They're going to ask it at the very end. It's a decision question. It's the only question that gives you full authority to give a hard close in the interview. Let me introduce you to the three-part structure to making this answer. Number one, make an extremely bold statement with confidence, with clarity. Number two, back it up with tangible proof. And number three, explain how it will align to the role. Very simple. Value, proof, alignment. Okay? Now, most people actually blow this answer because one, they ramble. Two, they say, I think you should hire me. And they don't sound confident at all. In fact, they sound insecure. And they sound like they don't even believe what the hell they're saying. Number three, they don't bring any proof to the table. A lot of people are just copying and pasting these answers from a YouTube video like this, but they aren't bringing any proof to the table to show they can back up their claims. And if four people say, I will outwork everyone, I will outwork everyone, I will outwork everyone, and two of them bring proof. One of them brings proof, they speak with their chest, it sounds like a real answer. The second one brings proof, but they say, I think you can hire me because I'll outwork everyone like I did in my last role. Who do you think is going to get the role? The guy that said it with the proof and with confidence. That's who you need to be. So real quick, you guys, I didn't go to college. I make enough to have my own apartment, and I got a job in sales. And it wasn't easy. It actually took me 6 months to do. And I remember after I landed my job, I looked back and I wanted to help people that were in my shoes that didn't have the help. So I put together a free guide. It will save you 6 months of job searching. I bombed 12 interviews. You won't bomb any. I applied 121 times. You won't. If you click the link in the community below, we have like 800 people in there, completely free end-to-end guide on how to break in like I did. So if you want in there and you want to chat, I'll DM you once you join. Let's get back to the video. Now, here's an example of how most people answer, why do you think we should hire you? Well, I think you should hire me because I'm a really hard worker. I love sales. I love talking to people. And I want to outwork everyone and be a top performer down the road. And I also, I want to make as much money as possible. I grew up in Redwood City, and when I was a kid, I do lemonade stands because I just wanted to make a lot of money. And, my dad's in sales, so I know a lot about this. And I just, I work everyone and stop. I wanted to kill myself to saying that answer. This is how you should answer it. You should hire me because I'll outwork everyone on the team like I have in all my other roles. Outside of nothing less but than being a top performer, I'm extremely competitive, but I'm also cooperative. I like to learn from others' mistakes other than my own. And I like others to learn from my mistakes so I don't have to go through this alone. Look, I know I don't know everything, but I also know that the fastest way to learn is from other people's mistakes and from my own. So I'm gonna come in, first one in the office, last one to leave. I'm gonna seek criticism throughout the day so I'm constantly improving, and I'll never stop. Even once I'm at the top, I wanna break records. I've done this in all my other roles. I've outworked other people at my last job collecting debt. That's why I was a top performer in cash collected. And my goal is to transfer these skills into this role so I can show up first and leave last, make more calls than anyone, learn more lessons than everyone, and become a top performer because I settle for nothing less than being that, like I said. You guys, I can't stress this enough. Create your answer and practice it. And when you're done talking, shut the hell up. Drop the mic and stare at the camera with a dead stare. Even if there's dead silence, just stare. This is what does it. This is what seals the deal if you say it the right way. Say it with your chest, get excited. Believe what the hell you're saying. And if you don't believe it, don't say it. Get out of this interview process. Just kidding, that was a little too intense. So before I was a BDR manager, I was a BDR, of course, I was the best one. And then senior BDR, then account executive. So I sat in on a lot of BDR interviews. And then towards the end of my time at Leighton, the company I just left for my opportunity at Salesforce, I was a BDR manager. And I interviewed a couple BDRs while I was there. And when I asked them this question, look, like every interview, I know most of the time the prepared interviewers come with prepared answers. That's totally fine with me as long as it seems natural and they stay confident and they're not lying. I could tell within 10 seconds whether or not somebody prepared for this. And when you show up prepared with a confident answer, it shows you really want this. It shows that you care. But when you just wing it, you're going to say, I think, and because you don't know what you're saying, and you're going to ramble. So please show up with something prepared. Don't tell them you prepared it, but practice and practice and practice. The ones who end up making it through the final are the ones who sound like they already belong in the team because they've already rehearsed a value-based answer and not just practice fluff. So as you probably know, there's a bunch of other questions they're gonna ask you in the interview and a lot of other things you need to do to stand out, let alone land the interview. I did this without going to college, having any experience, and it was a pain in the butt, but it was a lot more than just mass applying. If you wanna follow the exact same guy that I followed, Jonathan followed, Joseph followed, everyone before them, click the community in the link below. If you haven't already, I don't know what you're thinking if you're on your job hunt. It's completely free, it's everything you need. God bless you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next weekend.